Fix It Tony here. So we have the beater Yukon back. It is oil change time. It's been 3,000 miles. One thing I noticed right away, it did use about a quarter oil in those 3,000 miles, but take a look at the dipstick. Those from the last video, if you want to check, this had like corrosion all over it, like brown residue. It's all gone. So that kind of gives you an idea of what might be going on the inside here. So we're gonna take a look inside. And as you can see, it's already looking much cleaner in there. There's a little bit on the edge of the rocker there, but compared to what it looked like before, this is actually looking really nice. The Valvoline Restore and Protect, it is cleaning up this engine. This looks a lot cleaner than it did before. And this, keep in mind, this is the first oil change since we've done this. We're going to do another oil change after this, but we've already saw a reduction. It was drinking about a quarter oil every 1,000 miles. Now it went 3,000 miles and barely drank a quart. So positive there. That's a good sign that we're going in the right direction. So what we're going to do now is going to change the oil on it, and then we'll scope the oil pan, take a look in there, see what that looks like. And everything that I'm seeing, I'm liking what I'm seeing. All right, we're going to go ahead and drain her here. Shouldn't be any surprises, but we'll see. And very black oil. A little bit of residue there on the magnetic plug. Let's take a look at that. So there's a little residue on there. No sparkling magic on there, so cross our fingers with that. But yeah, this oil is very black. So we'll get in there in a few minutes after we take the oil filter off and take a look at what the inside the oil pan looks like. All right, so taking the oil filter loose, again, you can see pretty black oil. This residue you see on here, I have a leak on the front cover. It's not that bad. It's more of a sweat. As you can see, it's not actively dripping. Not worth the work of tearing the whole front of the engine off, unless it, eventually does come down to that. So we'll let this bleed out, and then we'll take a look at what we got. Some people love the oil filter to be cut open. Some people complain about it. I opened it this time because I was curious about something that I heard. So anyway, we opened her up. You got your anti-drain back valve, and then you have your filter here, your element. I've already looked through this, and there's not, besides being dirty, there's no glitter, magic glitter in there, anything like that. It actually looks pretty good. No issues there. But you can see the oil that was left was like a thicker consistency than the rest of the oil. I actually kind of wiped some of that out of the bottom. And it's more sludgy inside the filter than the oil that I drained out. And let me show you this. So you can kind of see in there, there's some specks of garbage. Let me try to focus in here so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see specks. Stuff was ending up in here that was breaking apart, obviously is being stuck in the oil filter, which is great, but it is definitely breaking stuff up. And the oil that was at the bottom of this filter, you can see, like I'm leaning it all the way over, it's not flowing. So the gunky stuff that was in the system is ending up in the oil filter. It's not clogging it up like some people are worried about, but it is ending up at the bottom of the oil filter itself. And it's like a sludgy, thicker oil. So this is all the garbage that's getting cleaned out. And you can see there's some specks in there of actual debris. When I take them out, it's like pieces of carbon actually is what they are. So there's no metallic to it. I put a magnet to it, nothing happened. So this is just junk that's breaking loose. It's ending up in the oil filter, which is a good thing. That's what we want to happen. So for those who wanted to know, yes, it will go in your oil filter and it will stay in your oil filter. No, it doesn't appear to clog your oil filter, which is a good thing. This oil filter is not clogged, but it does have it is dirty. It's 3,000 miles. So the dirtier the engine, the more you want to change this oil filter a little more often, just because obviously all that junk in the engine has to go somewhere. All right, so we finished draining here. Let's take a look and see what we got going on. Try not to get oil on our screen here so we can see. And I can tell you that looks dramatically cleaner than it did the first time we took a look at this. Definitely cleaner. The window tray looks cleaner. Yeah, looking a lot better, that's for sure. You can see it. You can see where it's cleaned and where it's not clean. This is doing a nice job. And this is only one oil change, so we're going to go ahead and seal this up, put a new filter in there, and give her another run. All right, so got the oil in. We have another oil change with the Valvoline Restore and Protect. Filled her up, 6 quarts. And there's something else I noticed. Like, look at this. Even like before, when I changed the oil, it would be dirty the second I put it in there, even after I changed the oil. Now you can barely tell it's on there. It's pretty darn clean. So I am noticing the difference, and we can get our ultimate goal of stopping the oil consumption altogether. We're in a good place here. So far so good. This is the 8th vehicle that I've tested with this, and the 8th vehicle that I'm seeing positive results. So the tests will keep on coming, and it's definitely worth changing your oil to Valvoline Restore and Protect if you're having consumption issues that are not mechanical. Of course, if you have mechanical problems, no oil in the world is going to help you. But if you have what a lot of engines of nowadays are having, which is people went too long between oil changes, the oil broke down, you get build up as sludge in the system, you get carbon built up in the rings, that's where your consumption's coming from. This will fix that. You neglected to change your oil and you ran it low, and now it's making funny noises. This and nothing will help that besides a rebuild. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I do my best to answer your questions. Again, I'm not sponsored or anything like that. So this is just from me to you, trying to show you a product that works, that may help you. So have a great day.